two things. Oh, oh.
Amul is a Bucher a Klezmer gewesen, rote steht nach geschehen. Dein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar schön, es soll das beim Herzen verklemmen. Nehmt noch Spiel, vergesst mir den Ganzen, die Zures, die Deiges, me solche nicht mehr. Spielt auf Fehlers, als ich schleppt es im Tanzen. Spielt auf treue Rix, als ich gieße in als het jasselig gespielt, sei in Frieden, sei in Leid, wo soll es hin, aber klezmer. Ich spiel, jassele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön. Spiel, jassele, bei der Siedele, in a Tänzel am mir gehen. Wenn du salst, wenn still, beweitig in dem Pein, a klezmer bist du Spiel, soll freilich lustig sein. Spiel, jassele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön. Ach, Hippebag, wir hat amul dort gespielt, en hat auch am Mädel der See. A Liebschaft in Herzen auf dem Beide der Fiel, in wie glücklich sie seinen gewähnt. Der Tate von der Kalle, ist gegen dem Schiddach, weil Husen erreichen gefühlen hat Spielt zu der Chipperi, weil Klezmer bist du in Jossele spielt, Gott, bin euch gerinnt auf in also hat Jossele mit der zerbrochen Herz allein gemischt spielen, was sein Geliebter zu der Chassele. Wo soll er sein, a Klezmer? Ich spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön. Spiel, Jossele, bei der Siedele, in a Tänzel am Regen. Denn das Herz bin still, beweitig in dem Pein, a Klezmer bist du Spiel, soll freilich lustig sein. Spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön.
Let's start with the English. Janet, please.
We have seen that violinists featured prominently in Yiddish literature, song, and film, from Yiddle mit Fiddle to Mamele to Fiddler on the Roof. We have listened to the song Der Alte Zigeuner, the Old Roma, from the 1938 operetta Publiczki, danke, and noted that before World War II, there was frequent contact between klezmerim and traveling Roma musicians. Alexander Olshanetsky and Chaim Tauber wrote Yossele klezmer. Olshanetsky's orchestra is heard on this recording with Michalesko. Good-looking man. We have heard Michal Moshalesko sing Ayid bin ich geboren. He was born in Ukraine and attended Cheder and public school. Then he was sent to England to live with an uncle, where he sang in choirs and did odd jobs. Tomaszewski heard him sing and brought him to the United States to work for him. Michalesko acted and sang in dozens of plays and operettas He also toured abroad.
Okay, thank you.
Wasn't there the famous conductor who that was his original name? I can't think of his name right now.
Well,
I think it was
Thomas.
Michael.
Tilson Thomas.
That's right,
Thomas.
Dr. Zia.
The
Yeah.
grandson. Michael Tilson Thomas is the grandson of Thomas.
Yes,
Right,
good
right,
for you
right.
all.
Yeah.
Because
Can I ask?
they shortened the name.
Yeah.
I'm Thomas.
Can I ask what it says? He was a Roma singer, and what is the reference there?
It's
When it says
what
Roma.
we used to call
Gypsy.
gypsies, but there was a movement to say that the word gypsy was derogatory for
Mhm.
some historical reasons. And so basically the gypsy tribes that still existed in Europe were the Roma and the Sinti. So usually we just say Roma, meaning gypsies in Europe.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay. So let's continue. Julia, can you read?
Not right now. I have a phone call.
Okay, no problem. Isabel, go on.
Amol is a Bucher klezmer gewesen. Hat über städtlich geschämt. Geschämt?
Yeah.
Sein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar schön. Es hat als Aj
Yeah.
Yeah.
beim Herzen verklemmt.
Verklemmt.
Good, good,
Excellent.
good.
Once upon a time, there was a klezmer musician.
Wait, we're hearing other people.
Yeah, I muted. So go on,
Mina.
Isabel.
Mina.
Yeah.
I just want to, the second sentence is I got this from a YouTube recording, and the guy who posted the song on YouTube, he puts his transcription in Yiddish, and then he does his translation into English. But that second sentence, he got totally wrong. So because he had, instead of Geshemt, he had Geschehen, which made no sense. Hat über städtlich geschehen. So I thought about it, and then it occurred to me, the word Shem, which in Yiddish can mean reputation, fame. Hashem, Ehot Hashem, he's famous, he has a reputation. So I'm sure that's what this meant. And I made a mistake because Shem, meaning a reputation, it doesn't have an ayin after
The I.
because in Hebrew, Shem, it took me so long to figure this out. So there shouldn't be an ayin there, but it means he had a reputation over many shtetlich. Okay?
Okay.
Sein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar schön. Es hat als Aj, I don't know what Aj is. Yeah, maybe you can help me.
First translate sein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar schön. Can you translate it?
Sein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar. His playing was gorgeous.
Gorgeous, right.
Wonderfully beautiful.
Good.
Right.
Wonderfully beautiful. It had it grabbed people by the heart.
Right. So the aj
Yeah.
means it was so wonderful to the point that people's hearts were verklemmt, they were choked up.
Okay. Thank you, Isabel. Rochelle, yes?
Yeah, why is there a hyphen in the word klezmer?
That's the way, if you're spelling it from the original Hebrew, that's how they do it.
Okay,
But it klezmer can also be spelled, Yiddishlach.
okay. All right, because I never would have read that as klezmer.
Yeah, right. No, it's
Okay.
two Hebrew words together.
Daniela, well, welcome again. And can you read the Yiddish?
Bissele.
Abisale, try, okay? And Maurice will help you, okay?
Nimmt sich viel, vergisst man in gen,
Ganzen,
Ganzen,
ganzen.
ganz, die
Die Zures,
die
die Zures,
die
die Deiges,
Deiges
Deiges.
Deiges me sorgt
Ihr. Sicher.
sich nicht mehr
Good, good.
Good.
spielt
Spielte Herr.
er Freile
Eilachs,
schlägt es zum Tanzen
Thompson,
Yeah.
good.
spielt er treurig gibt sich
Good.
Okay,
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
good.
Okay, so now, thank you, Daniela. Now Maurice will repeat it and translate it.
Sure. Nimmt sich spielen when he starts to play. Vergesst man in Ganzen. Oh, I see. I left out a resh. Or Michael. Vergesst
Yeah.
man in Ganzen. When he starts to play, you completely forget die Zulis, your trouble, die Deiges, your worries. Man sorgt sich nicht mehr. You stop worrying. Spielt Freilers, if he's playing a happy tune, schleppt es zum Tanzen. It makes you want to dance. Spielt treurig, when he plays something sad, gießt sich Tränen. The tears are flowing.
So can I ask about when it said schlepp? I think it says schleppt sich.
This.
And how did you translate it in that context?
Well, schleppen is really to drag, but
Right.
it means that when he plays something lively, it makes you want to dance. It drags you out to the dance floor.
Is there a word shept? Like when you shep nachas?
Right, it's a different verb.
It's a
Right.
different verb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it meant schlepp, but I didn't understand how you translated it. So
Right, it motivates you. It makes you want
yeah,
to
so you
dance.
have to understand the context too.
Right.
Okay, Steve, can you go on, please?
Nicht heint. Ich kann nicht
This
reiten.
time? I see. Okay, no problem. Brenda, du kennst ein? You're sick, Steve.
Yes,
Okay.
kannst du hören mir?
Yes, Merdes.
Und so hat Jossele gespielt. Sei und Fried, sei und Leid. So, and then that's how Jossele played. With Fried is Ich kann nicht gedenken Fried.
Fried is joy.
Oh, joy, and with sadness.
Right.
But was soll tun? Nebach a klezmer. what can he do really of klezmer?
Right. He's a poor klezmer. He's
Poor.
got no choice.
Okay. Spiel Jossele auf dein fiddle. Fiddle. Play Jossele on your violin. Spiel a lidele Shane. Play a nice song, a pretty song. Spiel Jossele by der Seudele. Play Jossele by your meal. Wait a minute, let me see the rest. I have to move something here. Okay. Una Kensel Lome again. And a dance?
Hansel.
Tonsil.
Utensil. Right. It's
Tonsil. Let's go.
Right.
And I want to tell Maurice something. Maurice, I didn't know the word Sauda, and one time you explained it. And since then, I always remember it. You did such a nice job explaining.
Good.
Oh, which word was that?
Sauda. It's a meal, but it's a
right.
special meal.
Right.
I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the song where they're saying, Rabbi, what will happen when Mashiach comes?
Right.
And it's a Suda. We're gonna have a big meal for Mashiach. Yeah.
Right.
So can I ask about when they said fiddler and then liedele? Are they using it in an endearing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wonderful fiddle, wonderful song.
Right. That's it.
Because I wanted to be sure it wasn't anything grammatical, but I couldn't see it.
It's to be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, Cookie, can you read?
Ja. Wenn das Herz erstellt,
Der stillt.
der Stil von Wettig und von Pine, when your heart I'm thinking of an English word I can't find. Your heart has pain and sorrow or something.
Right.
Yes.
So der stimmt is it's from the word still, which is quiet. When your heart gets depressed, it's not that it stops beating, but
Thank you.
Heart, yeah.
Klezmer, bist du, Spiel, soll, Freilach, lustig sein. So let it be happy and play, and there should be joy and happiness here.
Right.
Spiel, Jossele, auf der Fiddle. Play Jossele on your fiddle. Spiel a liedele Shane. Play a nice tune.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, good, Cookie.
Thank you, Shane. Oh, I just love
it. Okay, so Elaine, can you read, Elaine?
Is she here?
I saw her before. Okay,
Maybe she
now
left the room. Maybe she had to go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I saw her, but I don't see the other picture.
Yeah, she may have.
Okay, so
yeah.
Rina Lea?
A chuppah beim Gavir hat amal gespielt. A chuppah by the Gavir is like a young man.
Gvir is a rich man.
A chuppah by a rich man he at one time played, gespielt, played a chuppah. When hat dort a Mädel gesehen, and he there saw a young woman. A Liebschaft in Herzen haben beide der fehlt. A love affair in their hearts had they both felt. Und wie glücklich sie sind gewesen, and how lucky they were.
Happy. Can you continue?
Okay. Der Tata von der Kala, is gegen dem Shidduch. Oh, the father of the bride, he's against the Shidduch, the match. Weil Hassan Reichen gefunden hat because a groom, a rich one, he had found. Spiel der Chuppah, du, weil Klezmer bis du dort. Play the chuppah, the wedding. Now because the klezmer musicians are there.
No. He's telling
Okay.
he's telling Yosela to play at the wedding where the girl is being compelled to marry not the one that he loves, but some rich guy. So he's saying, Spiel der Chuppah, du, you, klezmer, play at this wedding. It's an order.
Okay. Und Yosela spielt von euch rinnt a tear. And Yosela played, although from his eye ran down a tear.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Dank.
Anita, please. Yeah, now it's
Und
okay. Go.
hat Josele gespielt mit zerbrochen Herz. So, and like this, Josele played with a broken heart. Allein gespielt bei sein Geliebte zu der Hasene. Was soll tun, klezmer? So he alone played with gefühl, with a lot of hearts, gefühl, in the Hasene, to the wedding. What else could he have done, the klezmer?
Okay, but the third sentence, Maurice, please.
Right. So sein Geliebte is his beloved. He's playing at the chasana of his beloved. He's not marrying her, somebody else is. Alain himself, he himself played at his beloved's wedding, not his wedding, at his so he in this case, Alain means himself. He himself played at his beloved's wedding. He has no choice because that's his job. It's class issues.
Yeah. Okay, so Neely, can you read, Neely? You read, Maurice will translate. Neely, you hear me? No. Okay. She doesn't hear me.
I can read now if you like, but
You
my
can
wife's
read
done
now,
with her
please.
reading.
Good. Please.
Spiel Josla auf dein Fiedel. Spiel a Liedle Shane.
I heard you.
Go on, Steve.
Okay.
Play Josla on your fiddle. Play a beautiful song. Spiel Josla bei der Sudele und tanzen Lomer Gain. So play Josla by the feast. Was that the word?
That's it. Yeah.
And dance. And let us dance.
Good.
Wenn das Herz da stillt von weitig und von ein klezmer bist du. Spiel soll freilich lustig sein. Spiel Josla auf dein Fiedle. Spiel a Liedle Shane. So when the heart is broken or the heart is full with pain, and I'm not sure what Veitig is.
Pain and pain, suffering and pain.
Pain and suffering. Okay. Oh, that's very uncommon in Jewish music.
Right.
A klezmer are you? So you must play happily, joyfully, spiel Josle auf dein fiddle, play your fiddle, play a beautiful song.
Good. Very good.
Too many people talk together. So what is der Stilt von Veitig?
What is der Stilt von Veitig?
Veitig is pain. It's suffering.
And what is der Stilt?
When your heart is, let's say, broken. When it's, yeah.
Why verstilt rather than zerbrochen? If that's what it is.
I don't know. It's new to me.
More literature word.
It doesn't fit the music.
But
zerbrochen, too many vowels.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No, but still is silent. No,
Yes.
it's silent.
Right.
So it means you keep it in your heart, quiet pain.
Right.
Yeah, full. Your heart is full of pain.
Your heart is full. Okay, guys, let's listen to it once again. Oh, Isabel, before we listen.
On the subject of fiddle players, anybody who lives in Houston, I'll be doing a few songs, but this one is about Misha, Yasha, Tosha, and Sasha by George and Ira Gershwin.
Oh, wow.
Violinist.
And wait, what's the English? What's the English on it?
What's what?
You gave it in Yiddish, but can you repeat it in English?
The names: Misha, Yasha, Tosha, and Sasha. Misha Elman, Yasha Heifetz.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay, Isabel.
When?
Now say
When?
it quickly. Say it quickly a few times, and we'll see how it goes.
Say it again. I didn't hear you, Mina.
I was kidding. I was saying say it quickly a few times, and we will see if you're not getting mixed up.
It's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister.
Sie ist in a Teufel.
When, Isabel? When?
March 26th at the Emerson Unitarian Church at 12, which is just when this class ends.
Oh, nice,
Okay,
nice.
so Isabel, send it to Beverly, and she
I'll
will
send you
it.
Mina.
Okay, so now, guys, let's listen to it once again.
Yiddish song in a church?
Why not?
Why not?
There are more.
I'll also be singing Old MacDonald in Yiddish.
Amol is a Bucher a klezmer gewehen, Rotebel steht nach geschehen. Dein Spielen gewesen ist wunderbar schön, es so das beim Herzen verklemmt. Nehmt noch Spiel, vergesst mir den Ganzen, die Zures, die Deiges, me solchen et mehr. Spielt auf Fehlers, als ich schleppt es im Tanzen. Spielt a treue Rix, als ich gieße in als Jossele gespielt, sei im Frieden, sei im Leid, wo soll es hin, aber a Klezmer. Ich spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön. Spiel, Jossele, bei der Siedele, in a Tänzel am gehen. Wenn du salst, wenn still, beweit ich in dem Pein, a Klezmer bist du Spiel, soll freilich lustig sein. Spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel a Liederle schön. A Chippebag wird Ramudot gespielt, en hat auch am Mädel der See. A Liebschaft in Herzen auf dem Beide der Fiel, im wie glücklich sie seinen gewähnt. Der Tate von der Kalle, ist gegen dem Schiddach, weil Husen, Reichen gefühlen Hotel. Spielt zu der Hippie, weil Klezmer bist die da. In Josser spielt Gott mit euch in Tatterel. Und dann so hat Jossele mit der zerbrochen Hals allein gemischt spielen, was sein Geliebter zu der Kassele. Wo soll er die? Na Klezmer. Ich spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel ein Liederle schön. Spiel, Jossele, bei der Siedele, in der Tänzel am Regen. Denn das Herz bin still, bewegt dich im Pein, a Klezmer bist du Spiel, soll freilich lustig sein. Spiel, Jossele, auf deine Fiedele, spiel, a Liederle schön.
Okay. So yeah, Isabel, but I muted you before, so unmute. Unmute.
Was the singer a cantor? His voice is so gorgeous.
I don't know if he was actually employed as a cantor, but as a young man, he sang in choirs and choruses.
Yeah, did say that. Yeah, he was
So
gorgeous.
was the
Gorgeous.
spelling of
Isabel.
Yossele with a samach at the end a mistake?
Oh, again?
Moshe?
What's the question?
When Yossele is spelt with a samach at the end, is that a mistake?
A samach at the end?
There are two places where Yossele is spelt with a samach at the end.
I don't have the words in front of me. It
Is
should
it
be an
possessive?
ayin.
Is it
Yossele.
possessive?
It's the possessive. It's the possessive.
Oh, samach. Okay.
It's the possessive. That's what
Right.
it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question or comment about the song, guys?
Yes,
Everything clear?
no, I wanted to talk about the word verklempt. Years ago, it was on Saturday Night Live, right? And everybody started saying, oh, I'm so verklempt. Do you know that, everybody? Does everybody know that?
Past my bedtime.
Oh, yeah. It was Mike Myers used to impersonate supposedly his mother, but
You can find it on YouTube. It is really hysterical.
Yes, no excuse. Early bedtime's no excuse, Maurice. It's you can always access it.
Well, last night I watched Larry Davis, and on his program, one of the men said, "Well, let's get to the tachlis." And on the program, somebody says, "What does tachlis mean?" He says, "Come on, let's get to the nitty gritty. What's the end result of this?" But he uses a lot of Yiddish words in his program, a lot.
Yeah, but I think they are already in the English vocabulary. So a lot of them are in the English vocabulary.
I heard a politician say the other day, I can't remember who it was, Mishigash.
Oh, yes.
Who was it?
Rachel Maddow says.
Rachel Maddow uses Yiddish all the time.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Rachel Maddow. It was maybe someone she
is
was
already an English word.
Yeah, it's in
such a common word now. It's not.
He said Mishigash.
So what?
Not Mishigas.
Well,
crack me up.
He's a beginner.
He's not a Yid.
He's a beginner.
No, he was
like
not a
Maurice
Yid.
said.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was Gavin Newsom. It was Gavin Newsom.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
I'm
times
not
you
gonna
ask
use
people
that
and they
word
have no
until
idea
it
it's from
appears
Yiddish.
in the
They don't
Oxford
know where
English
it comes
Dictionary.
from.
One of the famous Jewish lawyers on MSNBC, he said what he called, I think it was Neil.
He's not Jewish.
Neil Katyal.
Yeah, I love him. What he called, he said,
guys,
beyond chutzpah. He said,
this is beyond what we are doing. That's really beyond what we are doing. The plane for Shanghai is already, getting. So let's get back to the story.
They love our language. They just don't love us.
Yeah.
Let's get to the story, guys. Okay. So we are here. I will make it bigger. Okay, big enough?
Yeah, no.
So,
Größer, kannst machen größer.
that's okay. I think that's what I can do. Now, guys, the story is about someone that came to Shanghai from Vienna after the Anschluss, and he and his wife lived in Shanghai for those until World War II ended. And now, like everyone in Shanghai, they are looking to get out and they're looking for a visa. They can get back to Vienna without a visa, but they don't want. So they are going first to the American consul, but the line there is so big that they decided that they will go somewhere else. And they are going now to the Canadian consul, and the Canadian consul tells them that if someone in Canada will vouch for them and work with the government to get them a visa, then he will put his stamp on it. And so
what page is this, please?
This is page 56, Henrietta.
It is what?
56.
56, thank you.
56. Okay. So they are going from one consulate to the other looking for visas. And the wife wants to go to the United States because her aunt lives there, her older aunt lives there. So we are here, but the main character, Isaac, is always optimistic that he will be able to get out and to get out to the place that he wants to. Okay, so let's start reading. Karen, please, can you start with Isaac Lynn?
Isaac Lynn hat das stark verdrossen. Isaac was very resentful. Nicht nur verdrossen, not only resentful, es hat ihm euch gestochen. I don't know what that word means. I'm sorry. Gestochen.
I think it hurt him. It's like, you know, like a pin, like putting a pin in him. It hurt him.
Oh, thank you.
A knife went
like,
into.
Yeah, like a knife. Yeah. Okay, good.
Somehow I thought it was suffocated, but that's
no,
another.
No. To stachen is to, like with a knife. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
To stab. Yeah, let's stab.
Zet das euch mit Visas nach 8 Jahren sein verwerfen in der Fremd. Such it appears that with the visas, after 8 years to be waiting in the strange und euch stehen so viel Zures. It seems like so I'm sorry to not give such a good translation. It appears that to wait for 8 years for visas is
No. As I say, those ois mit visas. That's the way that it looks with getting a visa. Noch 8 Jahre after 8 years, sein verworfen of being, you know, Maurice, help me out with verworfen.
To be thrown around.
Wait.
Thrown away.
In a strange and oisting. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Right,
to endure.
In the friend here means away from home. It means abroad.
And
verworfen is like you are stuck somewhere far
right,
away.
you're not home, you're stuck, right.
Yeah. And Oystein is to endure.
Right.
It's so much, so many problems, so many troubles.
Yes.
Hat sich aber berechnet, Isaac, as kein Unglück ist es doch nicht. He considered that that's such unhappiness is not so bad.
But Unglück is not unhappiness. It's
Bad luck.
Catastrophe.
Is a catastrophe, yeah. That it's not such a catastrophe. It's not such a bad thing.
Wird beten. I don't know how to pronounce that.
That's a name. Oizer Simchen.
And is that a help?
It's a name. Oizer Simcha. Oizer Simchen. That's a name.
Oizer Simcha. Oizer Simcha von sein Kosav, from his hometown Kosava, was Freund in Canada, who lives in Canada. Wird zu ihm schreiben a Briefe. He will write him a letter, as soll reingehen zu der Regierung, that he will go to the government, nehmen a visa, to take out, to get a visa. Ein Kleinigkeit, Ozer Simcha, a trifle, Ozer Simcha, a Talmid von sein schwer Elev.
Alav Shalom. I don't know how to pronounce it in Yiddish. Alav Shalom. It's
Alav Shalom.
Aleph Shalom.
Aleph Shalom. Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, I don't know the translation for that.
It's when you speak of someone that is dead, you say Alav Shalom, peace be upon him.
May rest in peace or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know how to translate this sentence.
So
I'm sorry.
a student, a Talmid von sein Schwer, Alav Shalom. So a student of his father-in-law may rest in peace.
Gedenkt das wie it's. He remembered it as if it were now. Ezekiel wie Uzer Simcha hat gelernt Gemora bei Goldeles Taten. He had studied Torah with or at Goldie's father, by sein Schwer
Alav Shalom.
Shalom, by his father-in-law, may he rest in peace.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. So now, who didn't read? Hilda.
Zum
Argentina.
Oh, Argentina. Zum Argentino so Consul hat
Goldele, that's his wife, Goldele.
Hat Goldele nicht gelost. So what, shall I just translate that before we move down?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. To the Argentinian consul, he didn't let Golda go. Is that right?
No, Golda didn't want him to go.
Oh, didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Isaaclen, die Schwell, übertreten. He didn't want her to tread over the threshold.
She didn't want him to go.
Oh, she didn't want him to go over the threshold.
Want him. Yeah.
Weil kein Argentina will sie
bein offen, that's Hebrew again. In no way.
But But ein offen, in Yiddish you say by kein offen, no?
By kein offen,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Both.
nicht gay. She didn't want him to go in any shape or form.
Right.
Sie will nicht fordern zu Schlummmenschen.
Shule Menashe, that's another name, another
Oh,
friend probably.
she didn't want to go to Shulam Menashe. Sie gedenkt ihm. She remembers him. Is nicht gewesen. Aye. He wasn't such a good person.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's he wasn't
Yeah, that's another story.
You get the picture.
Yeah. Shall I carry on? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Was redst du, Goldele? What are you talking about, Goldele? Hat Ezekiel sich gebezert? Did Ezekiel get angry? Shulam Menashe. Did he get angry, Shulam Menashe?
No. Isaac got angry. What are you talking about? Shulam Menashe.
Shulam Menashe is like a phrase that means, what are you talking about?
No. Shulam Menashe is the name. Is the name.
Her name. God. Okay, right. Mein bester Chavel, my best friend. Mir folgen.
No, pflegen.
Mir pflegen beschütztes. We used to be partners, no?
Yes.
Beschütztes is together.
Yes.
Yes. Koifna Pekele Tifun.
I think it's titun, it's tobacco.
Tobacco, titun.
Tobacco. To buy a packet of tobacco,
Auszustuppen Papyrosen.
Auszustuppen Papyrosen to make cigarettes.
Right.
Yes. I'm not sure that Auszustuppen actually means
to fill.
To fill, yes, when you roll them, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Stuffing
to
it.
roll up, cigarettes.
Yes, stuff is
in Kosovo. Is that Kosovo?
No.
Yeah.
It's
No.
That's Poland. Kosovo.
Oh, okay, in Poland.
Haben wir
gemacht die Emesse Kutschel.
I think it's pronounced Kajalskes.
So
which I found that it is somersault.
It was what?
Somersault.
Somersault.
Oh, so it made us do a somersault. Well,
so they did, they were young people, so they were, rolling cigarettes, doing, frolicking around, whatever,
Yeah, okay. I lost my place. Can you just move?
Shule Menashe. So that's the name of the guy that
I know, I lost the place on the oh yeah, Shulam Menashe.
Yeah, so that's the guy that lives now in Argentina.
Yeah.
No, here, Goldele.
Oh, I'm here. Goldele hat gesehen, als sie hat grob eingetreten, a viele Eiseglen, that she, what is eingetreten?
It means to annoy, that she annoyed.
Oh, she'd really annoyed Ezekiel. Hat sie noch gegeben. She gave in. Und beide seinen reingegangen zum argentinischen Konsul. Der argentinische Konsul seht euch
Goy.
A goy.
Oh, a goy. He looked not Jewish. A
cousin. He was a
priest.
A Weiser.
Angry.
An angry man. An
angry
man.
goy. Oh, an angry man. Right. A Weiser. Right. Weil er hat sich Beis abgerissen. He seemed an angry man because he hat sich Beis abgerissen. What is abgerissen? Because
abgerissen?
To tear something.
No,
they're talking about the way he talked to them. He
was angry in the way he spoke.
He was angry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Hilda. Thanks. So I see two people raise their hand, Elaine and then Mariv.
Okay, I wanted to ask about in the second line of that paragraph, Beschutzfest. So
commonly together.
Partners,
but isn't the sub usually Schutzpus?
Schutzfest. Partnership.
Schutzfest, yeah.
I know, but no, but the middle one, should, right? You're giving the middle sub a T sound.
Yes.
Schutzfest, yeah. So Schutzfest.
Because the word for partner is shutef. Shutef. So this is
shutef. So does it come from Yiddish and they're still pronounced
Hebrew?
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's an Hebrew word.
And it means partners?
Yes.
Yeah, together, partners, togetherness.
Okay.
Okay. Mariv?
I just want to say that we have a name for this kind of character in the US. It's called a Pollyanna. Somebody who's constantly, thinking everything's going to be all right. And then, of course, they get woken up a little during the story.
Yeah. They see what's going on. Yeah, and we will see it as the story progresses. We will see that this optimism is getting less and less evident.
Thinner and thinner, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Morty, please.
Wuzawiese, hat sie angeguckt wie auf wilde Meshuguim. What do you mean visa? He looked at them like crazy people. Aber der Endverseiner ist gewesen der selber, was der Canadiers, but his answer was the same as that of the Canadian, as hat nicht kein visas. He doesn't have any visas, nor ob sein Regierung wird ihm zuschicken a fertige visa if his government will send him set up a ready visa that legen dem Stempel. He will be able to stamp it. Es hat Eiseklin aufgeregt in aufgekocht. This made Isaacl very upset and angry. Seht he sees, of course, as this is an upgerette Sach, that this is something previously agreed von der ganzer Welt, throughout the whole world. Hat sich aber berechnet, Isaacl. However, Isaacl figured, as es ist nicht kein Unglück, that this is not a catastrophe. Wird unschreiben a brief zu Shulam Menashe. He will send a letter to Shulam Menashe. Wird dus machen 1 und 2. He will do this immediately. 1, 2. Zu die übrige Konsuln seien sie schon nicht gegangen. To the other consuls, they didn't go. Seht dich, Isaacl, he of course sees Isaacl, as es ist an upgeräte Sache von der ganzen Welt. That this is something that has been agreed among the whole world. Ganze 2 Tag ist Isaacl gewesen, vernommen mit Schreiberei. 2 complete days was Isaacl busy with doing his writing. Beim Bitteschreiber hat gelost schreiben a Bitte zum Amerikaner Konsul. At the person who writes applications, he requested an application to write an application to the American consul. Is und sein Weib, Isaacl und Golde, Gewürzmann, beten ihm, soll so gut sein, and here, I lost.
Okay.
To the American consul, that he and his wife, Isaac and Golda Gewürzmann, request that he should be so good sein, as sie die Visa, sie losen fuhren zu Mime Zelda Weinstein, that he gave him a visa to allow them to go to Aunt Zelda Weinstein, who's wohnt in New York, who lives in New York in the Bronx.
Okay, before you continue, I want to, what is a Bitteschreiber? So was there a person, a specific
person who writes applications,
who used to write the application? Because
yes,
but I understand that it has to be in all kinds of languages, you know.
Yeah. In this case, it was apparently what I think is like it happens nowadays, that the consulates have somebody who is the official application presenter, or the visa application writer. Like, for example, in Peru, this is new, that didn't happen to me, but nowadays the Canadian consulate, the Canadian embassy, has a specific person or a specific office to which you are sent to prepare and request an application. And they are the ones that fill it out and send it to the embassy or the consulate.
Okay, that's interesting, you know, well.
Yeah.
Because, well, I did, our application was different, so I don't know, because that's why I was so interested in it. So,
yeah.
Barbara, please.
So that's what I'm curious also, Morty. So you're suggesting that somebody actually did somebody else, but I'm wondering if this is just a bureaucratic title for someone to describe it, that it has to deal with somebody who took care of this task of handing out the visas, not necessarily writing the application, but just a title for the bureaucrat. I'm just curious. Thank you.
It is possible. I am basing myself on what it says there, beim Bitteschreiber.
Yeah.
The person in charge of preparing the application. Yeah, because Bitte, the Bitte here refers to an application, a request.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
An appeal.
And Schreiber, of course, is the person who prepares it, who writes it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Yeah.
Sure.
So Rochelle and then Steve. Rochelle?
Yeah, I would suspect that application would have had to go in English, which they didn't speak, to the United States. And it seems that it's a little different from the other ones where the request was for the letter to come to them from whoever was going to sponsor them, as opposed to asking for the letter.
No. You will see the next paragraph is talking about it.
Okay.
Next paragraph, he writes to the aunt and asks her to go to the government and arrange it. So it's the same process.
Same process, okay.
Steve? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm wondering, and maybe Morty, you can help me with this. The Bitterschreiber, I'm wondering if that's like, I know in a lot of European towns there were people who wrote letters for people in different languages. They wrote applications. I know when my parents were applying for German pensions and stuff, they had to use a local guy to write in German, you know, and translate back to them in English and stuff. So I don't know if that's like a profession.
That's what I thought. It is possible in many countries. Whatever you submit to an embassy or a consulate has to be done through a notary, who then notarizes also the signature and so on. So it may be the case. They don't explain it further here. So I'm just talking about what I understand and what was my experience. Well, not my experience, but what is happening in other places.
I just thought that it's interesting, you know, to focus on this for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah. So okay, so Morty, just a couple of more lines. The Yiddish brief.
The Yiddish brief hat Isaac allein geschrieben. The letter in Yiddish was written by Isaac himself. Koidem kol to the Mime Zelda. First of all, to Aunt Zelda. Zij wissen, Teier Mime, be aware, dear aunt, as mir wollen sich in Gichen sehen, that we will see each other very soon. Nor besser is, but it is better, as du sollst in Washington unterjugend the visa. But it would be better if you could expedite the visa in Washington.
Yeah, okay.
Washington.
Thank you. Yeah, well, they don't know. They think that you can go, you know, and just ask for it to be quicker. Yeah. So
It's like the idea that I have a cousin in America.
I wonder if it's about bribery, because so much of European Regierung got your way with bribes. So that's what I think he's mentioning to her, to go and take care of it, to schmear whoever she has to schmear and get him a visa.
Well, it's possible, but we don't know. It's possible, but I think it's also very
naive.
It's very, you know, how do you say, calm? Naive. Naive. He's very naive about the whole process. He's extremely naive. He thinks, you know, she will go, she will ask, and they will give her immediately. So
well, remember, they didn't have to get a visa to go to Shanghai. That was one of the big things of why people went to Shanghai, is because you didn't have to go through this. You could just get out of Vienna.
It was a free harbor. They could go, but
getting
out, now getting out is a problem.
Were there other free harbors at the time?
At the time, not really.
I think India. One of my family went to India because they could get in.
Well, maybe, but that was even, you know, So,
I know in Cuba and several South American countries, all you need to do was it was a transactional thing with money. If you had money and you could pay money, you could go. You know, they gave you a visa. But I don't know if there was any place like Shanghai where you could just walk in and live.
Okay, we will do Cuba later, because I have something for Cuba, because it was interesting, because people waited in Cuba to get a visa into the United States. So that was another thing. Yeah.
Sometime for many years.
Yeah. So, Rachel, can you continue? Danach?
Where are we? I just lost my place.
Danach ist gegangen.
I still can't see it. Oh, okay. Danach ist gegangen der Brief kein Kanada zu Ezer Simcha. This is Hebrew, I can't read it.
Oizer
Simcha. That's the name of his friend, Oizer Simcha. So,
no, but
translate it.
afterwards, he wrote a letter to Canada to Oizer Simcha. Halavai, Oizer.
No, Le'ahuvi.
Le'ahuvi.
He's writing like in Loshen Kodesh. Le'ahuvi Oizer Simcha. To my beloved Oizer Simcha.
Okay. Ich komm dir schreiben, als mir leben und seinen gesund.
Bezrat Hashem.
Be'ezrat Hashem.
Bezrat Hashem. Okay, I'm writing to you to tell you that we are alive and healthy.
With God's help.
Excuse me?
Yeah, with God's help. Be'ezrat Hashem. With God's help.
Geh rein zu der kanadische Regierung, go into the government, the Canada government, wegen a visa für uns, for a visa for us. Also wie wir wollen, kriegen die Visa, wollen wir gleich zu dir kommen. And as soon as we get the visa, we will head straight to you.
Mimeni, from me.
Mimeni, Isaac Gewirtzman. Sincerely, Isaac Gewirtzman.
It's from me, yeah.
From me, okay. Die übrige Brief hat Goldele nicht gelost schreiben. The rest of the letters, Goldele didn't allow him to write. Sie hat Moire gehabt, Cholila, in a schlechte Schor herauszusagen, das Wort Argentinien oder andere Länder. She didn't let him write to the other places. She was afraid that that somehow it would slip out that Argentina or another country would that he might write to them. Das kann Kalya machen America, and that could spoil America. Isaac hat ihr gegeben zu verstehen mit verschiedenen Mischulim, und Goldele hat noch gegeben. Isaac tried to explain to her with different examples.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she acquiesced. Isaac hat weiter geschrieben zu die übrigen Länder. So Isaac did write to the remaining countries, to seine to his
His people from Kosovo.
Oh, so his people. Ein Mensch darf als prüfen, und der Oberste wird tun, wie will. A person has to try everything, and the Oberste God will do as he wills.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Claire, can you continue?
Oi bazoi, if so, hat itzt Goldele beruhigte gesagt. Oi Chalile die Show soll nicht sein, etwas mit Amerika wollen wir fahren, nur kein Kanada, zu Oizer Simchen. Okay, I better go back.
Yeah.
If so, what it's Goldele. Goldele, who was now calmer, beruhigte, she said, Oib Chalila, if God forbid, the Shah soll nicht sein, the time will not be the right one. Epis mit America, something with America, wel mir fahren no, if nothing comes out with America, mir fahren no kein Canada. So we'll travel to Canada, to Oizer Simchen. What is Oizer Simchen?
Oizer Simche is the name of his friend. So they will go
to
his friend.
Yes. Oizer Simche is kein Ein Ara, a größer Oyster. So this Oyster Simcha is
And I know
yeah,
Keine
keine
Ore.
Ore. Okay. How do you
that's the
explain
English
that?
translation. Can I know?
Okay.
Yeah.
A größer Oyster. What is that? A rich man?
Rich
Very
man.
rich
He's
man.
very
Money?
rich. He's
Huh?
very rich. Yeah.
A rich man. Okay. Wirst du herein in seine Geschäften. You will then be able to enter in his business. Azoi is schon as men schreibt Brief. Azoi is schon. So that's the way when you're writing letters. Beprat zu nonte Menschen bekommt man entfer und gar schnell. Okay, beprat. According to the non-dimension, in relation to
No, especially
Huh?
when you write to
Especially, right. When you're talking about people that you're close
No,
to.
when you
Mhm.
write to people.
when you
With
write.
what?
Yeah.
Boss?
No, especially when you write to people that are close to you.
Okay. Non-dimension, close to you. Bekommt man entfer und gar schnell. One receives the answer or the reply and very quickly. In ein Woche hat, in 1 week, hat Isaac der Halten entfer auf alle seine Brief. In 1 week, Isaac received an answers to all his letters. Isaac hat sich auf sie gerichtet. And Isaac, was ist zu gerichten?
Counted on it.
Huh?
Counted on
To make
Counted?
right.
Counted on it.
Relied on them.
Realized. Isaac, so Isaac relied upon that. Auf sie gericht. He counted on them. Hat doch geschrieben, nicht zu kein Fremde. He had written not to unknown people, nur zu der Mumme Zelde und zu seine Kosover. He had written no only to the Aunt Zelde and some of his Kosover people from his town.
Yeah.
Früher hat gelehnt, and before that he read. Und oifen kol,
Aloud.
Loud, yeah, okay.
Aloud.
Aloud, right. Der Mumme Zeldes Brief. So first of all, aloud, he read the Aunt Zelda's letter. Ich hab Agnes Nefesh. I have a lot of, what do you say, Agnes Nefesh?
Grief, aggravation,
yes. Ich hab Agnes Nefesh, I have aggravation, was ihr seid noch alt in Shanghai, that you are still in Shanghai. Schreibt mir, Isaacl, write to me, Isaacl, ich soll in Washington unterjagen die Visa. Write to me, Isaacl.
No,
that
you
I
wrote
can...
to me. You wrote to me.
Schreibst now. Okay, you're
You
writing
wrote
to me, Isaacl, telling me to hurry up the visa in Washington. Wie kann ich das tun? How can I do that? Ich, a Jidene von 75 Jahren, I, a Jewish woman of 75 years old, ich gehe nicht raus von Stub. I don't even go out of the house. Ob ihr wollt gekonnt kriegen a Visa ergens anders, if you could receive a visa somewhere else, wie lemoshel, like for example, Canada or Argentina, for example, Canada or Argentina, wohl sehr gleich gewesen. It would be very easy, maybe.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Okay. Seinen unsere Kosover. Our people of Kosovo are all over the place, all over, everywhere. Was etwas Punkt Amerika? Why Punkt Dafka?
Specifically.
Only America? They wissen, zij wissen, Isaac, as in America is sehr schwer leben. I want you to know, Isaac, that in America it is not easy. It's a difficult life. Men wird do groi und alt vor der Zeit. You become gray and old before the time. That means before your time. Wie ich verstehe, as I understand, geht euch in dem Shanghai nicht übrig gut. From geht euch in dem, oh, okay, as I understand, it's not nicht übrig gut. It's not going so well in Shanghai. Hab ich gesagt, meine Kinder, so I told my children, they sollen euch, no, they sollen euch a roi schicken a pekel. So my kids said we should send you a package. Ihr sollt es vernutzen Gesundheit, and you should use it up with health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claire.
Okay.
Thank you. Eileen, can you read? It's the first time that you're reading the story. Can you do it? Where is Eileen? What, Eileen? Sorry, Elaine. Why do I say Eileen all the time? I'm thinking of something else. Elaine, sorry. But you're muted.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought it was me, but okay.
No, I'm thinking of something else. I keep thinking about the graduate. I don't know why. So the movie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
Isaac hat der Spirit. Ja?
Yes.
Isaac hat der Spirit a stoch in Herzen. So he felt something in his heart, but Isaac. What's der Spirit?
He felt a stab in the heart.
A stab, a stoch. Okay. Mistoma zu lieb der Mummis Brief. Probably to lieb because of his aunt's letter. On Goldelin stehen schon Tränen in die Augen, and Goldela was crying, stehen tears in her eyes. Sie sieht doch, als kein Amerika wird sie schon nicht bohren. She sees that they're not going to be able to go to travel to America. Nicht sehen die Mama Zelda, and she's not going to be able to see her Aunt Zelda. It's Ozer Simcha's brief. And now for Ozer Simcha's letter. Schreibt, he writes, Ich hab getan für euch alles. I've done everything for you. Was ich hab gekannt, that I could. Was wollt ich nicht getan für mein Rabbins Tochter und Adam. what wouldn't I do for my rabbi's daughter and husband, husband?
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Okay. Nur kein Emuna hab ich nicht in dem. Emuna is truth, is
faith.
Hope.
Faith.
Faith. I don't have any faith.
Nor I don't have faith in. I can't put it together. I don't have faith in them. In
Yes,
whom?
In what he did for that, he will get a visa for them.
Oh, okay. Like in the government, he doesn't have.
Yes.
Okay. Verwusst teug ich eigentlich nicht Amerika. Why? Verwusst teug ich? I can't.
No, teug eich.
Why do you? I don't know what eigentlich.
Why is America not good for you?
Why is America not good for you? Es ist doch leicht, kein Amerika reinzuführen. It's easy. Oh, it's not easy.
No, it is easy. It is doch.
It's easier.
Es ist doch. Okay, so it's easy to come to America?
Yes. That's what is writing. Everyone is writing that the other place is better.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ich verstehe das beemes nicht. I truly don't understand this. Ich hab gesucht meins Mensch. I told.
Yes, I told
my
one of my people.
One of my people. Soll euch gleich schicken Peckel von Speis und a bissel Malbushim. That he should gleich even send you
immediately.
Gleich. He should immediately send you a little package with I don't know what Speis is.
Food.
Oh, food and some clothing, a little clothing. Malbushim, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Elaine, yes.
Yeah, Mimeni Ozer Simcha Agresboim.
Yeah, that's his name, yeah. So
no, from me, what is Agresboim?
It's a family name.
His
from
last
me.
name.
Oh, okay. From me, sincerely.
Yeah, exactly.
Agresboim. Okay.
So you see, so everyone is sending him to another country. But for their conscience, they are sending him a package. They're sending him some package with something. So, to clear the conscience that they did something. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you, Elaine.
Thank
you.
You
went wonderfully. And I promise I won't mix
Are we
you
done?
up with... Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. So we are done.
Is the story
No,
over?
the story goes on.
Thank God.
The story goes on for the next 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So he's very detailed, He wants to push the point so you will understand again and again. You will understand that no one is trying to help them, and that there is no way out of the situation, a way out that they want, because they can go back to Vienna whenever they want, because it's like repatriation, but they don't want to go.
Is it really possible for them to help these people? I mean,
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I
No,
don't.
they-
You know,
they were very
I don't think
strict.
it's a matter of their conscience. I mean, I
No,
just,
the immigration laws were very strict. And
Yes, they were.
you could write to your congressman 1,000 times, but you know, the law is the law.
Yeah, but for Isaac on the other side, that's what it looks like. It looks like that they are not trying enough because he doesn't know what are the laws, you know, in Canada or in the United States or in Argentina, and they think, you know, they are naive and they think that if you go there and ask for a visa, they will give it to you.
Yeah.
They don't know it. So,
yeah.
and I guess that they were not the only ones.
No.
Yeah. So.
What year was this?
This is
after the
more or
war.
less after the war. The war finished in the East
45.
in August
Right.
45. So I guess it's, you know, the end of 45, beginning of 46 that they are trying to get out.
Yes, yes, yes.
I bet this
Yeah.
is really what it was like a lot of the time, you know?
They had strict immigration laws all over the world. You couldn't get into countries unless you were on the list and in the quota.
Yeah, yeah, there was the quota. That was the problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Rochelle?
My personal story is that they had uncles. My father had an uncle here who sponsored us, and we actually lived with them for a very short amount of time when we came. And it was the second time that their name came up on the list to go to the United States. The first time my mother was pregnant with me, so they wouldn't let them go. The second time she was pregnant with my sister, 7 months pregnant with my sister. My father borrowed $600, which was a fortune in 1949. And my mother and I was 2 years old, flew on an airplane to the United States. And my father came on the ship because they would not let her on the ship pregnant.
Yeah, because they were afraid she will give birth on the ship. Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, that's true.
What did our parents need to get in the early 1900s or the late 1800s?
That was before the restrictive immigration.
Yeah.
So
they could come and say that they have someone over there, you know, or if they had a little money to support them at the beginning, it was easier. But when the restrictive laws, when was it start? 24, I think.
20s, in the 20s.
I think 24 it was. Then there was a quota, and no, it was not easy to get into.
You needed someone to sponsor you, probably a family member.
Or if you had
but
money,
it wasn't enough.
Yeah, my father's family came in 1926. He was 13. And he was always told me that they had enough money so that they didn't come in steerage. They went on the ship first class. And he never, he was old enough to remember whether they had money or whether they had problems getting in, but they didn't. They also had a family here. Uncle.
Maybe they were, they fit into the quota, especially if they had money, it helped, I think.
That helped.
Yeah.
Bothers me that I don't even know how my mother came, or like when she came, or how she came, or they never spoke about anything, nothing.
Cookie, you can go on Jewish Gen, that you'll find, and you can go on the Ellis Island information.
Exactly.
I have their names there.
Yeah, you'll find the ship.
Yeah, you can find the ship when they came.
And now
my father came through England. That I found. My father came through England. I didn't look for my mother. Come to think
you can.
But my daughter,
many people came through.
She checked our DNA, and for over 800 years, we are East European Ashkenazi.
Oh, good. So
okay.
In Argentina, after the war, the Italians poured in. I don't know how they made it, but Buenos Aires was practically full of Italians. They probably sponsored each other. And it was amazing how many. It was a large number. It wasn't Jews. The Jews always have restrictions.
When I was in Argentina, maybe 15 years ago, we went out for dinner and we were always having Italian food. I kept wondering about that.
Yes, I mean, practically after World War II, you had pizzerias every other block, pasta shops every other block. Amazing what happened.
My Mahatanim are Argentinian, and they're all Russian, Polish, Ashkenazi background. They're not Sephardic. And my granddaughters,
those
Oh no, they were both.
But those came to Argentina before in the late 1800s,
let's hear what Morty has to say.
Early 1900s and late 1800s with the support of Baron Hirsch. People from
the
Russia and Poland.
cowboys.
These were different people.
The farmers and the cowboys.
Yeah. There's actually was a sign, I think, in one of the synagogues, and it had a plaque for Baron Hirsch.
Yeah.
In movie on the Jewish cowboys, a lot of the goyim there would kill them.
They were enough.
Mina, when was this? What year is this story written about? Is this written in the 20s or the 30s?
No. It's written in
after the war.
After the war, after the Second World War. It's written. The story takes place 45, 46.
Yeah, so
right after World War II.
They had been in Shanghai for 8 years during the war.
8 years,
now the war was over and they wanted to get out of Shanghai. This is when it's written about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Morty, you were saying something before and you were
I was going to say that in Argentina, probably with the Italians happened a little bit like with the Germans, especially with the German Nazis, that they were funneled through Argentina with the sponsorship and support of the Vatican, because the Vatican protected them because they were anti-communist and they didn't care about what had happened during the Holocaust. The Vatican didn't. So they looked for refuge for the former Nazis and probably quite a few of the former Italian leaders also. So they sent them to Argentina, Brazil, especially Paraguay, which was filled with former Nazis.
Wow.
I agree with you, Maureen.
Eichmann was in Argentina. A lot of Nazis went there.
Oh,
They're still there.
They're still there.
They're still there.
They still are.
Well, a lot came to the United States as well, with the with the program, with the
what the United States brought in were the scientists.
The scientists, that's what I meant.
Werner von Braun.
Von Braun. Okay, so we will continue next week, and I guess also the week after that, because it's written in very, a lot of detail. It's a very detailed story about this. So we will probably continue with it for the next 2 weeks.
Okay, this was wonderful.
And we will see what's going on and what will happen with this couple.
So,
Nina,
question. So this is another subject. I didn't come in early. So is there any announcement yet of our third Seder and our Shalom Aleichem?
No, we didn't do any announcement. So you want to do it next week?
Yeah, we'll do it next week. Okay. I'll talk to you about it first.
So we will do, and you will announce it next week and maybe start writing to people about it. Okay.
So that's going to be on Zoom?
Yes.
That's going to be. It's on Tuesday, like we are doing. It's your first time, and I think it's Elaine's first time as well. Yes.
No.
You've been last year. Okay, so it's only bonus.
It was very nice.
Good.
I really loved it. I really loved it.
Okay, good.
Great. Bye.
And Claire, You know it by heart, I think.
Yes, I do. I know it by heart. We did it in my family.
Is it the same readings and the same everything every year?
Well, usually
Yes.
I look who read what last year, and I just, I assign. Mostly I assign the same readings because it's easier this way. If you read it one time, you probably you got it, so it's easier. But there are more people, or some people that cannot be at the same at the Seder at that time. So I just assigned it to according to the number of people that can participate this year.
Okay,
So
well, I would love to participate.
That's why we will ask you in advance if you want to participate, yes. And Bonnie, I will send you some reading to practice for next week, okay?
Wonderful, wonderful. I have to say, though, it is getting easier for me to read. As I'm reading along with people, I don't necessarily always understand all of it, but I just feel like my literacy has definitely moved up a notch. And so I want to really thank you. Yeah.
And Elaine, it was wonderful. It was the first time that I let you read part of the story, and it's great. It was really great.
I mean, so I think some stories are easier for me than others. Because when the grammar isn't so convoluted, where the subject's at the end and the whatever, and I find, but and there were a lot of easy words, and the ones that I.
Okay, so that's why from time to time I pick up stories that are easier, and we don't.
Sure, as long as you pick the paragraphs selectively.
I think the difference is Elaine is a Hebrew reader, which I'm not. So I'm still working on my Yiddish reading, just in general. So, but I just definitely, I've moved up a notch. So
it's really
I'm happy.
helpful. The Hebrew is real. No, the Hebrew is very helpful. So many times, although I didn't in the song, I did not get, because he had the ayin in the geshemt, and I thought it meant he was embarrassed, right?
Sounds, would sound it.
Yeah, but no, well.
Okay, well, it's all a great experience, and
Daniela, thank you.
And meeting all of you has just been is really a joy.
And I hope that you will continue to join us. Do we have your email?
All right. Okay. Well, have a good time.
I can put it in the chat.
I sent it to Beverly.
You sent it to Beverly. Perfect. Okay. See you next week. Sei gesund alle.